In Oblivion, just like in real life, if you can't afford to pay your fine for murder, you will go to jail. Also, just like real life, the longer you spend in jail in Oblivion, the more skills you'll lose. And the way to spend longer in jail is to get your bounty astronomically high by committing a lot of crime. So the premise for this video is pretty simple. I've had over 700 skill increases while playing the game, so I wanted to see if I could get my bounty so high that it would get rid of every single skill increase that I've ever earned throughout the game. Which actually turned out to be quite an arduous journey because killing over 500 NPCs takes a bit of time and dedication. I do come up with some fun and creative ways of killing people, and my bounty by the end of this video does end up astronomically high, and I do spend a very, very long amount of time in jail. But how many skill increases will I lose? What will the actual punishment be? Why the fuck do I keep speaking like everything's a question? I guess because what I just previously said what was a question, so you know, fuck off. And I didn't want to use mods to just artificially increase my bounty. I wanted to do it properly and not just because I'm on PS5. Wait, no, that's a lie. The only reason I'm doing it this way is because I'm playing on PS5. You guys should like and subscribe so I can afford an $8 million computer that'll be obsolete in 3 hours. We can see on the little stat screen that I've currently spent 0 days jailed. I may have murdered 19 people so far, but I paid my taxes, so no punishment for that really. I decided to begin my killing spree at the Mage's quarters in the Imperial City in the morning, because a bunch of them all come out at the exact same time. Wait, let me try that one again. I decided to start my killing spree. Oh, this one's way fucking worse. Let's just go with the original. Although what I didn't account for are mages are a bunch of prissy little bitches, and as soon as I murdered one of them, they decided to kick me out of the guild, and then I couldn't get back in to kill the rest of them. So I started killing Imperial City battle mages and whatever mages other mages I had access to. And I just want to point out now that my character's level 27 and just a fucking mountain of a man. Everyone keeps complaining about goddamn level scaling. Sounds like a fucking skill issue to me, you whiny little bitch. If you're watching this video, I'm not talking about you. You're fantastic and I think you have really nice eyes. Getting out of the supermarket aisles of my own disregard and back to the video, I continue my way through the Imperial City, just killing whatever I find, which is mainly the Imperial City Legion. So far at this point, my bounty is only at 14,000, which is just absolutely pathetic. I can't even beat the accusation of 14 murders. Bloody OJ would be ashamed. I did go to Othello James High School though. Look out, the juice is on the loose. I mean, that's probably the funniest double murder in history. Anyway, moving on, I probably spent 40-50 minutes of in-game time murdering my way through the Imperial City before making my way to Anvil. After my jaunt through the Imperial City and finding myself in Anvil, I get accosted by another guard and I find that my bounty is 95,000 at the moment. Once again, OJ would just be ashamed. Alright, I'll seriously stop bringing up OJ. In-game, at this point, I've killed a minimum of 95 people. I refuse to submit and go to jail though, and in accordance with the law, I must pay with my blood. You can tell I had to think about that one a little bit. Accordance. Fuck. I find using destruction magic the most entertaining way of killing people at the moment. The remaster kept all the physics of the original, so people just be flying all over the place. Here you get to see my amazing destruction skills on display in my epic battle with Cyrodiil. And if you're wondering why my audio is a bit odd at times, it's because all my videos are reverse ASMR. I have pretty good microphones, but I just don't want to put in the effort, man. I do, however, edit my audio so the levels are all balanced. If I did have better microphones though, it would sound so much better. Maybe you should like and subscribe so I can buy an $8 million microphone that'll be obsolete in 3 hours. But everything else about my videos is absolutely perfect, so you can't have everything, alright? Just get over it. However, if you're watching this video, I'm not talking about you. I love you so much. However, getting back to my Oblivion genocide, I make my way from Anvil to Skingrad and find that my bounty at the moment is a paltry 126,000. I know what paltry is in like the chicken sense, but in this terminology I have no idea why I use that word. In accordance with the law, I have to pay with my blood. I've taken to using the Firestorm spell, which is a fire AoE, just because it's fun to watch, you know, a bunch of people sort of melt around. I make my way to Bravil and I kill a good 10 guards before more arrive inside the castle. However, I get scared and demoralised after I hear that one guard has fought a mud crab more fearsome than me. I make my way to Cyrodiil and let my inner superiority complex come out as I sit on the throne and just let guards attack me. Everyone keeps referring to me as Breton, which is what I am, but I've heard it so many times now that it's starting to feel a little derogatory. You goddamn piece of shit guard, someone should commit a double murder on you. I committed a double murder on them. I take my place on the throne of the deceased and just wait for a bit. I guess I'll edit it out though, so you guys don't have to see that. Honestly, I think I'm hilarious. Turns out I'm not very good at editing. Oh god, that fucking accent. Break the law on my watch, will ya? Yeah.
Break the law on my watch, will you? Then pay with... Let's get this...
Why did your voice actor change as soon as I have to pay with my blood? I make my way through the streets of Cyrodiil, just murdering absolutely everyone I find, trying to rack up that sweet bounty. I decide to make my way to Leeuwin next because I couldn't remember which bee I'd been to, whether it was Bruma or Bravil. In Leeuwin, my bounty has reached 190,000, so I've still got a fair bit of work ahead of me. God, I wish I could just mod this. You guys should like and subscribe, so at some point I might actually start caring about my quality of life. Although my quality of life is quickly improved by just slaughtering a bunch of people in Leeuwin Castle with ice magic. That's some good work done in Leeuwin Castle, but let's skip forward a little bit to where my bounty's a fair bit higher. And ignore my vocal fries, it's an Australian thing and I smoke 18,000 cigarettes a day. While in Cyrodiil, I found I've racked up a bounty of 370,000. I kill a few more people in Cyrodiil and decide to have my final jaunt in the Imperial City. Before I get caught and sent to jail, I quickly go through a recap of my skills. It's not really a recap because it's the first time I'm showing you, but anyway. So my blade is 77, block 55, heavy armor 87, alteration 93, conjuration 95, destruction 100, and restoration 100. And my aim in going to jail is to reduce every single one of these skills down to 0. And of course still I've spent 0 days in jails, but we can see that I've committed 509 murders. Now, with a bounty of 400,000, I decide it's time to go to jail. Let's find out how many total days I spend in jail and how many skills I'll lose in total. Alright, it's time for all my hard work to pay off. Let's see what the repercussions of my actions truly are. So, after racking up a bounty of 400,000 and murdering 490 people, my armor skill has decreased by 1, my athletic skill has decreased by 1, my blade skill has decreased by 1, my block skill has decreased by 3, my blunt skill has decreased by 1, my hand to hand by 2, and my alteration by 1. Well, I'm glad that experiment paid off and was worth my time. I could pretty much just continue playing on this file as if nothing happened. There's basically 0 repercussions for getting your bounty that high at all. You get the same skill decreases for having a bounty of around 1,000, I'm pretty sure. Anyway, let's see how many days I spent in jail overall. I did end up spending 4,001 days in jail, which is almost 11 years in total. Which I guess is a bit of an interesting outcome. Thank you so much for watching the video, I hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to like and subscribe for more bullshit. And ignore the extra video clips at the end, I'm not just trying to pad the runtime to 10 minutes, alright? It's called Art House, and it's bullshit. Watch it, enjoy it, it'll change your life.
Then pay with... Show me what you've got. That's the best you can do. Help! Murder! Show me what you can do. Help! You dare oppose the might of the... Man down! Man!
Feel free to browse, friend. Fare thee well.